Alrighty, we went from Core 2021 to Jumpstart spoilers in the matter of 24 hours. Pretty ridiculous how many products are coming out, but let's get into Jumpstart and what exactly is Jumpstart, and I have about 25 spoilers to share with you guys today. So each booster contains 20 cards centered on a theme. What theme each booster contains is randomized, but each themed 20 cards will be sealed inside the pack and labeled. Okay. 1 in 3 boosters includes an extra rare. Hooray. That's a little perk. I like that. It's loaded with reprints, almost 500. Wow. Okay. Jumpstart introduces 37 new cards to the game, which we will show a couple of those today. These will not be standard, Pioneer, or Modern legal cards. Sorry about that. They are legal in Legacy, Vintage, and Commander. It's closely tied to Core Set 2021. They share a lot of content and release near one another, but Jumpstart is a standalone product. All cards are legal in Eternal formats, Legacy, Vintage, and Commander. Every pack includes one basic land with art that matches the pack's theme. A few of them use thematically appropriate lands from M21, but most of them use brand new themed land art created for Jumpstart. This is going to be releasing in the next 2 weeks, I think 3 weeks. I know that I read somewhere it said July 17th, but I read somewhere else it's releasing the same day as Core 2021, which I don't know which one to believe yet. So here we go. Reanimate, already a really powerful card. Some of these, the quality is not exactly there because they're fresh. I had to get them right away from the first website I came across. So Reanimate, really great card, man. Sees a lot of play. Put target creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. You lose life equal to its converted mana cost. Just imagine something like this in standard right now. But at one point it was standard legal to play this. That's kind of crazy when you think about it, but yeah, power level. But just one to bring back a creature, from the grave, that's nuts. Right onto the battlefield. That's crazy. Really powerful card. Reanimate, love it. Then we have Fusion Elemental and Iron Root Warlord, both of which are reprints. I believe Fusion Elemental came out of a Shards of Alara, or that block at least. I could be mistaken, but I think so. And Iron Root Warlord was reprinted. It's actually in standard right now. So cool to see these cards reprinted, I suppose. 8/8 for 5. Just a big old 8/8 for 5 different colors. All right. Here, I believe, is a new one. Neith of the Dire Hunt. If I'm wrong about this, please correct me. That's fine. For 4, you get a legendary creature, Human Warrior. All up in green. Whenever one or more creatures you control fight or become blocked, draw a card. That's some great card advantage there for green. Yeah. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay 3. And if you do, double target creature's power until end of turn. That creature must be blocked as combat if able. Imagine that on a Galta or something, a 12/12. That's pretty nuts. This almost makes me want to branch out and play in some Commander and whatnot. What do you guys think? Should we do that? Should we get some Commander brews going? Get some craziness, Possibility. But that's a really powerful card. Alloy, Mirror, and Augur Spree both got the reprint. I believe Augur Spree is a reprint. Yeah, most likely. Finally, a weapon the Boros can't confiscate. Haru. All right, then we have Dinrova Horror. It's a 6-drop. When Dinrova Horror enters the battlefield, return target permanent to its owner's hand. Then that player discards a card. There's got some really cool discard cards we're going to go over in just a moment. This one's pretty slick, though. Liking the art. I really am. I like the art on that. Then we have, I think there's a new land cycle. I think this is new lands. I might be mistaken. I don't remember seeing this before, though. Thriving Bluff enters the battlefield tapped. As Thriving Bluff enters the battlefield, choose a color other than red. You tap it, add red mana or 1 mana of the chosen color. And then the same kind of goes for this other, for the Thriving Grove, so on and so forth. Thriving Heath, Thriving Isle. Are these reprints? I didn't do my research on these ones. Wildflowers here bloom, not with the season, but with the ebb and flow of magic. Brilliant. Okay, brilliant. Just brilliant. Then we have Rupture Spire and Terramorphic Expanse. What does this do? Tap it, sacrifice Terramorphic Expanse, search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield, tap it, shuffle your library. That's as broken as Evolving Wilds. What were they thinking? Oh my goodness. Wow. Here's some fun stuff. Another Warlock. I think this is a new Warlock, if I'm not mistaken. Kel's Fight Fixer. Remember, Warlocks just came about in the last year or so. 4-drop legendary creature. It's got Menace. It's a 4/3. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, you may pay your choice of Dimir colors. If you do, draw a card. Interesting. That's not too shabby. And then for 1, sacrifice a creature. Kel's Fight Fixer. Say that like 10 times fast. Kel's Fight Fixer. That's actually not too bad. Gains indestructible until end of turn. Wow. So whenever you sacrifice a creature, you may pay blank or blank. If you do, draw a card. So if you sacrifice, you draw a card. And then if you pay those colors, I believe so. And then sacrifice a creature. Kel's Fight Fixer gains indestructible until end of turn. That's pretty good. That'd be a fun little commander there. Am I not kidding? Am I right? Yeah, that would see a lot of play. Cool card. I like the art too. Not too shabby, man. Dutiful Attendant and Ghoul Caller's Accomplice. Look at him looking over that grave, man. Oh, man. He's got the old spade in hand, ready to go. For 4, for the Ghoul Caller, exile Ghoul Caller's Accomplice from your graveyard. Create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Activate its ability. Only time you can cast a sorcery. It's on a 2/2. And then when Dutiful, I like his name. When Dutiful dies, Dutiful Attendant dies, return another target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. All right, that's something, you know. Entomber Exarcher for 4 cleric. When Entomber Exarch enters the battlefield, choose 1. You can return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand, or target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-creature card from it. That player discards that card. Cool cards coming up in the discard area. Gravewaker is another card reprinted. It's a reprint. But when this card first hit, I thought this could do something. I remember I got excited for it, but then you soon realize paying 7 to return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped is not the most impressive ability. I mean, unless you're like in Commander or something, obviously, you know. And that's where these cards are going to see play. You can't play these in Standard, right? Is it still in Standard? I know it's in Historic. I'm not sure if this card's still in Standard right now, but it's a flyer, 5/5, 6 to bring out. If it was 5, I always say that. If it was just 1 less, it could be playable, But then even right now, creature decks aren't exactly the most impactful right now in Standard, unless you got like very aggro decks, then yes. But outside of that, the whole control and everything and reclamation, all that is really dominating. So, but pretty cool card. Law Mage's Binding and Prophetic Prism. For 3 flash, that's sweet. It's like a pacifism. Enchanted creature can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated, but with flash, which makes it all the more juicier. Prophetic Prism, cool art as always. I like those. I like these. I like the prisms in foil. They're really nice. For 2, when Prophetic Prism enters the battlefield, draw a card. For 1, tap, add 1 mana of any color. Here's a card I actually speculated on. And I ended up picking, I'm stupid, I know, you can call me stupid right now. But I picked up, I think, about 60 copies for like 30 cents each or something. This is like a year ago. I believe this came out in Dominaria, but for X, artifact, creature, construct, Chamber Sentry enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. And then X, remove X +1/+1 counters from Chamber Sentry, deals X damage on a target. And then you pay 5, you can return the Sentry from your graveyard to your hand. So it's nice that it can come back, again. It's already built into the card, which is pretty cool. I lost that speculation. But there was one, Rolesque Apex Hybrid, with the new Commander rule, where your Commander, if it were to die, it used to not receive the triggers from the death. Now they're saying it will receive those triggers when it dies. And Rolesque Apex Hybrid on it says proliferate twice when it dies, which is pretty disgusting. I did purchase 100 copies of Rolesque Apex Hybrid a year ago for about 75 cents to $1 a piece. I'm sure that card is just going to continuously go up. Remember I kept talking about that card? I'm like, this is the card. Buy this card. And no one listened to me. They're like, Joey Mosh, you're a stupid fool. Well, guess what? Rules changed, and Joey Mosh, winner, chicken dinner. Okay? And Meyer Triton, I'll probably give away some of those too once the price spikes a little bit more. Meyer Triton is a 2-drop creature, zombie, merfolk, death touch. When Meyer Triton enters the battlefield, mill 2 cards and you gain 2 life. Pretty cool. Another reprint. Then we have Tiny Bones. That's right, little Tiny Bones. Trinket Thief. Like the art. This is cool. Cool looking art. It looks weird. Is his head just turned sideways and he's like running? That's fun. That just looks fun to me. It really does. This card's sweet. Deuce Drop. At the beginning of each end step, if an opponent discarded a card this turn, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. So the card draw is insane there. You're going to have to run some kind of life gain, or unless you can just combo off or something really quick, you know, I don't know what it would be, but that's a lot of card draw, but also some a lot of life loss too. And then for 6, each opponent with no cards in hand loses 10 life. That's cool. I mean, that is really cool. That's each opponent. Talk about just killing everybody on board in Commander, you know, really fast. Just we'll see you later, especially if you can ramp up. As long as, you know, they have no cards, you got to make everyone discard. I mean, it's going to be tricky to make the whole board, you know, not have any cards in hand and lose 10 life. But if they did, and I'm sure there will be a Commander game where this actually does happen. If that ever happens in one of your Commander games after the set drops, please share that with me. If you can get it on videotape, even better. But it has to be legit and authentic, and I'll share it with people. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun right here in your discard builds for sure. Then we have Innocent Blood and Shambling Gobbo. Each player sacrifices a creature on Innocent Blood and Shambling Goblin. When it dies, target creature and opponent controls get -1/-1. It's a 1/1. Cool, cool. Reprints. Malstrom Archangel. Got the big old reprinteroo. Flying. Whenever Malstrom Archangel deals combat damage to a player, you may cast a spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. Well, freaking hot dogs. 5/5. Got the old reprint. Not bad at all. It's amazing it's not a legendary, but when it deals combat damage to a player, you may cast a spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. That's nutty. Yeah, you just make that thing hit 1 time and maybe drop an Ulamog or something. Who knows? Have fun. It's in all colors, so you can really do a lot with that. Then we have Thriving Moor, same as the lands before, and Nocturnal Feeder, 3-drop. When Feeder dies, each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life to 2/1 for 3. I was about to say, I just noticed the flying on there. If that was a 2-drop, man, without the flying, that'd be a pretty cool card. But nonetheless, with the flying on there, it's legit. I like it. Cool art. Fun times. And then we have Nyxathid. All right, 3-drop. Cool art again. Elemental. Enters the battlefield. Choose an opponent. I feel like this is a reprint, but I don't remember seeing this card before. It gets -1/-1 for each card in the chosen player's hand. So again, in your discard builds, as long as you can keep your opponent with barely any cards in their hand, you're doing good, and you got a 7/7 on your hands for 3. So yeah, discard crazy and get this guy out. And I don't know, go to town, you know, do some sweeper, I don't know, and then drop this, and we'll see you later. Good times. Fun card to play. It's a rare, not bad. Then we have reprints. Mirrodin's Core. Put a charge counter on the core, remove a charge counter from the core, add 1 mana of any color. And dinos. That's right. We're probably going to see some more dinosaurs, which I'm excited about. Raging Regisaur is a 4-drop. Whenever Raging Regisaur attacks, it deals 1 damage to any target. This was in the whole Ixalan block, you know, or whatever. Pretty fun card. I really, really enjoyed that time in Magic. I don't know about you guys, but that was probably my favorite block. Just because of all the dinosaurs. Heck ton of fun. That's why you see me go back and I'll build dinosaur decks in Historic and whatnot. Yeah, so there you have it. Speaking of stuff, check out other videos for sure. Check them out. They're all over here. And make sure you hit the bell button, guys. I'll be dropping some more Jumpstart spoilers. I'm not going to cover everything. It's 500 cards. It's a lot to go through. But definitely hit the bell because things have changed. You got to make sure you check receive all notifications. There's options like 3 different choices. Make sure you have it so it's all. I do appreciate you guys. Thanks again for tuning in. Joey Moss, Bad Boy Gaming, skadink, skadoosh.